I'm Pearlman, and today I'm going to tell you about my final project, which I did on a TV show called World of Jenks. This is a TV show on MTV. It's a reality show on MTV which follows a filmmaker named Andrew Jenks who spends a year switching between the homes of three different people. This relates to critical cultural studies, and that is virtually the opposite of what a lot of other reality TV shows show to their audience. Usually for entertainment, while not thinking about how the audience may see the show. That's usually how other reality TV shows go. World of Jenks isn't for entertainment, but for the lessons and the values that come out of each and every episode. The focus of the show is how life isn't how other reality shows make it out to be. World of Jenks is a show that tries to give the audience different life lessons and tries to make every audience member benefit from watching. I'll take the time in this presentation to analyze the differences between this show and other reality TV shows, as well as how it presents our world and our society today. First, I'm going to get into some facts on reality television. According to a survey by the Journal of Broadcasting and Electronic Media, the top reasons that people watch reality TV are habitual pastimes and reality entertainment. Many of the reality TV shows nowadays showcase their talent negatively. For instance, Jersey Shore features people who live in a house together who are continuously fighting and getting really drunk daily. Tons of shows today are very similar and always seem to have a big audience. MTV is guilty of showing a lot of these shows. But, on the contrary, MTV does have shows that oppose these shows, such as The Buried Life and TMI. In my opinion, though, the one show that sticks out from the rest would have to be World of Jenks. It is about Andrew Jenks, who is a filmmaker from New York. Jenks follows three different people around over 1 year, documenting their lives and showing all of their ups and downs. This show first aired in 2010, where Jenks stayed with 12 different people for only a week. Once you got to know these people, though, the episode ended and went to somebody else, so we wanted to change this up so you can get to know the characters more. Three people that he features on the show now are Chad, Kaylin, and Daryl, aka D-Real, and I'll get into the details on these people later on. I'm going to emphasize to you just how different World of Jenks is from other reality TV shows and how it teaches lessons each and every episode. In an interview with Pop Sugar, Jenks explains things such as how he discovered the people that he features on his shows, as well as whether or not MTV makes him do things that he doesn't want to do. He goes on to talk about how someone asked him a question such as, does MTV make you do this stuff, or do this, or do that? In which he says,
the honest answer is no. We're really able to tell the stories that we want to tell. Otherwise, I wouldn't want to do it.
World of Jenks is one of the few reality shows that is not influenced by what the MTV producers want the people on the show to do. According to James Pinawazik of Times Magazine, the word frankenbiting is the term used to describe the work of desperate people who had to deliver a story in a few days, quote unquote. In other words, this describes the way that producers of shows fake the reality part of their quote unquote reality show and make it the way that they think will appeal to the viewers. Andrew Jenks' ultimate goal was not to entertain, but to share different life lessons and show people what life is really about. First character I'm going to tell you about is Daryl, aka D-Real, as he's called throughout the whole show. D-Real is part of a dance group called the Turf Fiends. They posted a video on YouTube called Dancing in the Rain, which has over 5 million views. This video definitely grabbed the attention of Jenks, and he did some research and found out D-Real actually lost his younger brother in a shooting right on the streets where this video shoot took place, just a few months before his brother's death. D-Real's experiences on the show are a template for viewers to see and live by. D-Real used to be into gang violence around East Oakland, which his brother was also involved in and all but caused his death. Since this tragedy, he has turned his life around and become an activist around the Oakland area for stopping violence. He uses dancing as a way to cope with his sadness and release his pain. The way he uses dancing inspires viewers to find ways to cope with the tragedies that everyday life can bring. Kaylin is a 27-year-old woman who is an aspiring fashion designer who has been through 2 battles with cancer. She still battles this deadly disease to this day. Jenks follows Kaylin as she moves from San Francisco to New York City, where she plans on networking with more people and getting herself into the professional fashion field. Jenks has documented her during her ups and her downs, from her first fashion show to her multiple cancer scares throughout the season. Kaylin is the definition of a fighter. She's battled through the deadliest disease on this planet right now, which is cancer. According to CDC, which is the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention, for every 100,000 U.S. people, 186.2 people die from cancer. It is obviously an ongoing issue in not only Kaylin's life, but for many Americans every day. Kaylin provides viewers that might possibly be sharing the same experiences with her They are not alone, and they need to keep fighting like she does. And now to Chad, who would have been the one person on the show that I would personally want to live with. He's a 21-year-old who is autistic. Chad is probably the sweetest guy on the planet, and you can tell from watching this show just how genuine his and Andrew Jenks' relationship is. Chad goes through the struggles that every person with autism has to go through daily. He has trouble understanding certain things, and he also has a big temper and often can't control his anger and anxiety. Chad struggles throughout the season with everyday life things that just aren't all that difficult for other people, such as doing schoolwork or finding a job. Autism is a disorder that is much more common now than it has been in the past. According to Autism Speaks, autism affects 1 in 88 children and 1 in 54 boys. Jenks does a remarkable job of showing the world why Chad is exactly the same as everyone else. Chad is just an ordinary guy who wants to make something of himself and live his life happily. The show helps spread awareness of autism and how much it really affects this country. After doing a lot of research on reality television and the way viewers see it all and their reasoning for watching it so much, I've come to realize that for the most part, people only watch reality television for the entertainment value. For some reason, the characters on reality television entertain a lot of viewers. A show like World of Jenks is a nice change of pace because it really teaches its viewers valuable life lessons. World of Jenks is a show that is actually beneficial to viewers, and that is what makes it different from all other reality TV shows. Our society today just doesn't understand what life is all about. It is about learning from experiences and doing what you need to do to be happy. From a hegemony perspective, channels such as MTV use their power to lure in audience members no matter what they air. Their status quo is purely to get viewers at any cost. They are almost contradicting themselves with a show like World of Jenks. World of Jenks Season 2 has grown in ratings from the previous season, as its season premiere was ranked the #1 series in its time slot across TV with a target audience of 12 to 34 years old. MTV has started to stray away from the likes of Jersey Shore, and ever since the show came off the air, and if they want to keep their ratings up and keep a good image, they should continue to air shows that teach lessons such as World of Jenks.